be ready or may not, have lingering injuries. And then you still got a 200, I believe, I don't even know what the number was. It's well over $100 million to pay Tyreek Hill. Tua looked horrible in the waning moments of the game. You still got to pay him, and there's no solid system. So now, look, the problem is clear. You need a system. All right. So let me make sure, because I'm rambling, rambling a little bit too much. Let me make sure I make it clear on exactly what the difference between a system and a league is. All right. So a league is what you see with the USFL or the UCF or whatever it is, whatever league they're going to call themselves. And there's a reason that every year they fold. Right? There's a reason that they fold every year. It's because it becomes a conflict of interest. All right. As great as The Rock is when it comes to marketing the product and, using the fact that he is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, all that. Listen, I get that. I respect. I even wrote about it in the book. I respect what he's trying to do. But at the end of the day, when you take a brand new league and you create a brand new league, it creates a conflict of interest with the NFL owners. It may not even be intentionally or directly competing with the NFL per se, but the owners who are responsible for doing what's best for their individual franchise, for Stephen Ross, for Jerry Jones, for who's another one? Robert Kraft, for the people that are the owners of these franchises. Their responsibility is to serve their fan base, and they can't serve their fan base when you have a brand new league that's on TV and they have no real contracted affiliation with them. All you're doing is taking the guys that used to play for them, and now you're putting them in this new league. I know it's not intentional, but when we're talking about the fan engagement, it becomes a conflict of interest. So when you have a system, now if The Rock were to take these teams and go individually to the owners and go to Jerry Jones and say, hey, Jerry Jones, I want to build a team in Fort Worth, or even go to Stephen Ross and say, hey, I want to put a team in Palm Beach, and have you be the guy to pick the ones that are on this particular team. We're not going to do TV. We're not going to do national TV or anything like that. We want to keep this talent kind of secluded to the West Palm Beach area, to the South Florida area. Make sure you guys have an opportunity to nurture this talent. Make sure you have an opportunity to have these guys develop in case somebody's guys go down during the season for you. We want to give you that opportunity. Then you have a system. You guys get it now? There's a difference between having a system and a league. The league, again, is going to become a conflict of interest to the NFL, regardless of the intention of the commissioner or the owners of each franchise. Now, a system becomes complementary. It becomes complementary to the NFL because a system now creates opportunities for actual players in case something happens like what we saw yesterday with the Miami Dolphins, where two receivers, one a huge star in Jalen Waddle, first round pick, goes down, another one a freak accident, and you just cut OBJ. So now you got Tyreek Hill, who's big money Tyreek Hill, because you got to pay him. You got Tua, who didn't look good at all, that you got to pay him. Now it's a matter of, okay, we're out of roster spots. Same thing that happened in San Francisco, but with the linebacker position. You have certain guys go down. You bring in a guy who obviously his ego is huge and he wants to start, or he has certain visions on what he feels like doing, really doesn't care about the organization, and nor should he. At this point, he's quit in JUCO. He's been in the league 10 years. He's got his money. He's good. I got mine. I can guarantee you that this guy, Devondre Campbell, is walking around now not giving two Fs about what anybody says about him on TV. He got his money. He's been in the league long enough to have his money, have his stuff together. And at the end of the day, I ain't even mad at him for that. That's just the way the system is set up. So if you want to avoid this, and I'm going to close you guys out soon, if you want to avoid this, the issue has to be, and as I translate this, and this is where we have to translate this into the business world. All right. Look at what's going on. Look at the issues. As popular as the NFL is, as much as people watch it, as much as football has grown in the world, how much it's become a part of our culture, it's become the fabric in our society, it's become the most popular sport in the world. Understand where the holes are. And as a business owner, your whole concept, your whole idea, the whole makeup should be about filling these gaps. You got to fill these gaps in business. All right. When you fill these gaps in business, then you start to build relationships that are going to be lasting a lifetime. So if you understand that the NFL, the need that needs to be filled is the fact that they have a completely broken system. a broken system that you as an owner could come in and say, okay, if we're going to do something with the team, if we're willing to work with the NFL from a marketing standpoint, or if we're even in business on ourselves, if we're thinking about how we want to run our organization, let's make sure the system is ironclad tight, a system in which you're bringing in young talent every single day. It's almost like the saying, building your well while you're still thirsty. Keep building that well. Make sure it's something that you don't see, you're not able to, or you're able to lessen. We'll say it like this: you're able to lessen the amount of holes that people can crack through your system. Then you start to